Hi, post-production Sean here, mid-editing. I wanted to inform you guys that this is a very, very old video. This was a video that was made probably almost a year ago. I was not joking here. I was running on 2 hours of sleep and 5 Monster Energy drinks. Coffee Monster Energy drinks, to be exact. We went on an entire tangent of stupidity over a Discord call. We were trying to make a podcast, and it went from us trying to make jokes about history and Aaron trying to teach us about history to everyone being so tired out of their mind that they just let ADHD-enrobed me ramble on about the Tiger tank for a little while. Now, I like to remind everybody at the start, because I make a mention of this later in the video, that I jokingly call Aaron and myself historians. We are not. We are not even amateur historians. We're not historians at all. We have a small interest in, we have a great interest actually in World War II, but our interest is in certain things. We like tanks, and I like naval combat. Naval combat, something I'm really interested in, specifically the Pacific. Aaron's really interested in the things that the Germans did and the things that the French did and the Polish did while the Germans had them occupied. And Tristan doesn't know anything about World War II. We were out of his league. He's more on Civil War and Cold War. So, cut us some slack. With that, I will let you begin the podcast of the Wonky Weiners. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Oh, Wieners!
Muted apparently. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wonky Weiners with have erections, dysfunction, and dementia. Today, I had dementia because this is the 8th time we've tried to make this fucking podcast and the goddamn thing
Mike
has
was
been
muted.
muted. Shut up. This is my co-host, Tristan.
His ass is muted.
I know, because he's waiting for us to introduce him, goddammit.
Well, I'm fucking
Sean,
Tristan, so fuck it all.
I'm Sean, goddammit. You don't know me, but I'm gonna fuck your mom. I'll fuck your dad.
I'll fuck
your dad.
Oh,
I see you people back there judging us behind those phone screens. We're going to fuck your dad. Okay. And he's gonna love it.
I'll fuck your
He's
dog.
gonna love it. Love it. Anyway, this is my co-host Tristan. I'm also a co-host. You're going to ask where the host is? I don't know. We don't have one. But today is our first episode, and normally on episodes that are first for podcasts, you don't have special guests. Well, we're stupid. We do shit backwards. We got erections, which means we're excited and we jump the gun. Today, I've got another erection right here, but he's got a little bit of dysfunction, a little bit of dementia, and he might be a little bit Aryan. He may have ran away from the Nuremberg trials as well. Yeah, we're going to get to that. But, yes. Today, I have a special guest. Introduce yourself, Mr. Historian. Hello? His mic's muted. Yes. Aaron, you muted your mic.
Richard.
Aaron, you muted your mic.
I'm out of pizza rolls.
Yeah. Pizza rolls. We fucking love it.
First thing he said, I'm in a pizza roll.
I'm sad.
Why you sad?
Fair enough. You gotta turn him down, Lord.
Pizza rolls, man. I'm making my last plate of pizza rolls.
Alright, so for those who don't know who Aaron is, he is a German, allegedly, avoided the Nuremberg trials.
Shut up.
I've been chasing him down for many years.
Hate.
Ever since he caused 9/11, I've been chasing after him.
Oh, he cost my bird.
I did not do that.
Exactly.
I did not do that.
See, that is exactly what happened. Tristan was born on September 11th, and because of this, we have always known that the world has been screwed. Tristan's going to do something really stupid someday, and Aaron got Tristan's mom pregnant, which is now why Tristan is here. And that is the events of September 11th that we have been trying to bring him to the Nuremberg trials for.
Do you plead?
What do you plead?
I kid you not, I am legit on my last roll of plate of pizza rolls.
What is with you and your pizza bro.
from
This
9/11
is not the
to-
I
question.
bought them like 3 days ago, okay? And I'm already out.
Trying to avoid the truth. Aaron, we're here to bring you to trial.
Dog, just admit you're my dad.
Admit you're his dad. We'll give you
I have
child
something to
support
say.
payments.
What is
I have something to say.
What is
I say no.
Well, damn. All right.
it? You really
That's
did
it
go
for this
the
episode,
milk.
guys. He's won. Clearly, he's correct. And I guess we'll see y'all on the next one. And hit the outro. We don't have an outro.
We'll talk about hentai.
I'm down.
Aaron. I was gonna say, Aaron. Either do you want to go to history, which was the original plan, or you want to talk about how hentai has been on the rise lately?
I can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
Let's talk about historical hentai.
Let's talk about how Futanari. You know, hentai actually started in like the late.
Didn't World War II's nuking of Japan inadvertently cause hentai to become
No, actually.
Not
hentai
really. It was
like
actually
way
made
back.
before, like, the hentai was made like before World War
Yeah.
One. It was like
I
painted
remember a lot
on
of
like
people
paper
had memes. I think it's like 2021. Everybody was
because it
memeing
didn't
what would've
get
happened to
really
other
popular
countries.
until like the 80s. Sean, the reason why they had like memes about it, about how the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and the nuking of Japan caused it, was
Mhm.
because it really didn't get popular around the world till like the 1980s, something like that.
1984.
Fair enough.
That's when it kind of really started getting popular.
I want to just make a bold statement right out of the gate. Hentai isn't good anymore.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
Shut your
You are
mouth.
correct.
The
about that.
majority,
You
Aaron
shut
agrees
your
with me.
mouth.
The majority of hentai, especially animated, has such low budget. It's clearly a cash grab, and it's clearly not. I mean, obviously, somebody actually put a lot of time and effort into it, but not a lot.
There's a lot more. There's more talking there than there are screwing.
There really
I agree.
is.
There's also
There's a whole lot more plot
why
twists.
do you have hentai?
It's the little first hentai was
He literally,
cream lemon.
you guys can't see this because I can't put it on here. He literally just pulled out his phone and just showed me the oldest hentai that has ever fucking
It's
existed.
called cream lemon.
And then compared it to a new one.
It's way better.
God damn. You right. It's like Dragon Ball Z compared to Super. I mean, sure, Super's got a lot of good animated moments.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Actually, it does. I think Ultra Instinct, some of the fight scenes.
Ultra Instinct, the only reason
the
was
only
like that
time I've
because
ever
they
seen the
added
animation
horror
look
to
good.
that shit.
Absolutely. That's the only time I've ever seen the animation look good. But Z was superior.
Z was superior because of the old-fashioned art style, and they
I
actually
saw
took
hentai-
time.
Could you imagine seeing hentai in that art style?
They do.
I know. Somebody's built it in that on Rule 34. Somebody probably knows who that is.
You know, there's some fan-made art, like
Converting Super into Z.
No. There was this one anime I started watching, Record of Ragnarok. This episode hasn't been made yet. It's about Nicholas Tesla
Oh, yeah.
versus Hades.
I remember.
Not, it is Hades, my bad. No, Beelzebub. And the motherfucker, some
Rolls.
dude.
Pizza rolls. Pizza rolls.
Pizza.
So,
Just
we
imagine.
have
Rolls.
ADHD.
Pizza rolls.
I'm
Imagine
assuming
pizza
you're
was
gonna
fucking-
explain the guy who fan animated it before it's even
What's
been
way
animated,
better?
and it's really good.
It's way better than the actual like animation.
No, they already animated it.
No, it's not even animated yet.
Oh, it's
but
just better
way,
than the anime in
it's-
general.
It's way better than anime in
I
general.
remember you
Has a-
showing me this, but I haven't actually watched the anime.
I'll even let you watch it right now. I know the viewers can't see, but
Don't do that. It's copyrighted. We can. All these are all alleged allegations. High School DxD. Yep, that's what I say.
High School DxD was not. That
The
good.
first season was the only good one.
Yeah, and then they.
On the idea of it being an ichi is what they call it, right? It's not exactly a hentai, but it's not
It's a
exactly not.
tease.
It's a tease, yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you already showed me this.
Oh no, I got a quick question.
What's your quick question?
Would you guys like a small like brief of the events that took place in World War II? Or no?
Okay, yes, let's get off this hentai. Nobody wanted to talk about this hentai except for us. Actually, before we start, stop making Splatoon hentai. Stop that. And my
Why do you
hero,
know
I
what that
see you
is?
weird people. Every time I pull up Rule 34, I see that on the newest upload shit.
A
Stop.
pizza roll is still
They
cold.
are
How are they still cold?
I don't care what you say. Children, stop.
Dog, Do you think they're gonna stop just because
No.
you said stop?
But I made
you're
my
making-
statement right now.
You make them
Lollies
want
are
to do
not
it
okay.
more. You make them want to do it more.
Anyway,
So,
Aaron, I want you to tell me why Archduke Ferdinand got shot by Adolf Hitler.
he was not shot by Adolf Hitler, but I am going to have some.
Everyone knows this. It's very obvious that George Washington III walked up to Hitler's bunker and gave him a .35 Magnum, and he shot himself.
So I'm going to give out some disclaimers. There are going to be some words said like Nazis and Hitler. that
You know,
people
you're
might not like.
supposed to warn people of that word and spelling instead of just. It's like warning someone, look out, they're gonna say the fuck word.
Well, I said, well, how would you feel if I just said, well, the words will be said like the N word, like how are they not going to say Nazi
I feel
instead
like
of the N word?
because we have a black man here as a
Why does that
co-host.
matter? I'm a black man from Kentucky.
No, no. But if I'm talking like it could be taken out of context, like oh, he's going to say the N word instead of
Well,
Nazi.
absolutely. That way we get canceled on the first episode. That would be perfect.
Yeah. So anyway, starting
Publicity.
off,
Publicity?
I'll talk in like 10
Dude, there's
seconds
so
because I'm
many
getting my
people
pizza
on-
rolls out of the microwave. Hold on, I'll get back to you. My pizza rolls are almost done.
Alright.
They're in the microwave for almost like 5 minutes and they came out cold.
How the fuck? All right, Aaron, I'm gonna shut you down for a moment. Go ahead,
All right.
Tristan.
First of all, there's a whole bunch of people saying nigga on podcast.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh,
Oh,
a
he said
black
the word.
man. He
He
said the
There are
word.
people saying
What
racial
the
slurs on
fuck?
TikTok. Why? Why do I care?
Do you know how many times
I'm
I've seen
African
white
American.
people on TikTok saying that shit?
Yeah, exactly. If fucking Charlie D'Amelio can say it on a song millions
She
of
did?
times, yeah.
Damn.
That was her first ever song.
Good lord.
Fuck you, nigga. You can.
I swear, people will be
Trick my
crying,
trick.
getting away with too much shit some of these days.
Fuck you, nigga. You do not exist. Trip my trip. That was her song.
Drip my drip my drip.
Yeah. Look it up.
Wasn't that a younger girl?
No, it was Charlie D'Amelio.
Oh, it was.
Look it up.
I thought it was somebody else. Then again, I've never heard
Unless
the original
AI
version.
did it. I don't know. Unless AI did it.
No, AI wasn't as good.
Exactly. AI wasn't good as well.
Well, Aaron, I have a list
Yeah.
here that doesn't exist. It's inside my finger creases here, and Tristan can't see them because they don't exist. You're there, right? You've gotten your hot pockets and your,
Pizza rolls.
absolutely. All right, I've got a list of events that I need you to explain for me, and I'm going to tell you what I know about the events, and you're going to tell me what you know about the events, okay? And you're going to correct me and Tristan on this, unless Tristan also has questions for events, which you should probably definitely think about events
Events that, like Wakan.
like World War I and World War II.
World War
Yeah,
II.
think about events. I'm going to go ahead and name off mine, and I'm going to be satire about it, basically just explain the entire thing wrong, purposely, and then see how Aaron fixes it. So, my first event is a World War I event, the Battle of Verdun. Now, we all know the problem with the Battle of Verdun was the underdone chicken that was given to the Germans by the British. It was absolutely uncooked,
Meth.
incorrectly cooked, completely done wrong. It's why it's called Verdun. It was clearly verberating and not done.
I can't even say this right now. I can't, man. I can't.
That's why the Germans took their Kar 98Ks and their M41s and their M4A4s, and they started charging over the front lines. And they were marched right on over to the British, the cook, and they told him, "This sandwich is Verdun." Now you explain to me what happened at the Battle of Verdun, so that's all I know. I think
I don't
our
think
special guest is left.
he told us he didn't want to respond to that.
I think he left.
I hope he did.
Aaron?
I'm still here.
You're not gonna explain the Battle of Verdun to me. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's
No,
because
I
I got
couldn't
it
handle
so.
what you
It's because I got it so correct.
got it so horribly
Wrong.
Well,
wrong.
why else would it be called
I-
Verdun? It's clearly verberating the words done, and obviously in war, nothing's ever done, so it's got to be undone. Obviously, viewers, I already do know what the Battle of Verdun is.
I don't know much about the Verdun, but
I don't know either.
either one of them. So it took place around the same time as the Battle of the Somme.
Arguably,
One of the two was a distraction. I think the Somme was a distraction.
I believe so. Yes.
And the Battle of the Somme was a distraction from Verdun, because the French spotted this offensive as early as January, is what I'm looking at, and they saw the Germans preparing, but they didn't really know what for. But they saw their preparations, and so the attack came on February 11th, 1916. It lasted for 9 months, 3 weeks, and 6 days.
How many hours?
In huh?
How many hours?
What does it say?
Damn.
But it was.
What a historian you are. You don't even know the seconds. God.
It is the longest battle of World War One.
Yeah, that
And
is
it
the
took-
main thing that I remember from our history class, is that was one
The
of the
battle
longest
was the longest of the First World War. It took place on the hills of North Verdun. So it was like this large German offensive in 1916 to try to get past the Meuse River to get to Paris. But I think it was a French one. But I can.
That's
find
okay
that
if you
out.
don't know. I'll explain this to y'all people real quick, because I did call him a story a minute ago before people start ripping into him. That was a joke where amateurs, me and Aaron specifically, have a very good interest in World War II and World War One, but we're really stupid. We only know certain shit, and some of that shit's limited. So please don't go in the comments and bully Aaron. We're stupid.
I wish they could see my face right now. You think these motherfuckers don't give a shit?
Oh, absolutely not.
There's
That's
gonna
why
be
I'm gonna
like
say
little
suck
few
my
who
left
correct us.
Yeah,
Suck my
and
left
The
dick.
French. Yeah, the French are the ones that won. There, how many casualties? Germans lost about 14. Well, no.
15,000.
By the end of the battle, the Germans had 330,000. The French had 370,000.
On paper, that's a win,
God.
but obviously it
That
wasn't.
is not a big win for a decoy, for distraction.
No,
Was
the
this-
No, the Somme was a decoy.
Somme was a distraction,
Oh, okay.
which clearly didn't fucking work.
Y'all know more about that subject than me. I don't really know about the history shit. I know
The
about
Somme.
old school shit.
The Somme was also an Allied victory.
Alright.
So we're going to see what the Somme has casualties.
I think it's in the
Holy
100,000
Jesus!
in
How
or
many?
millions.
Holy
somewhere close.
Jesus!
How high is it?
Holy! Oh my gosh!
How many?
How many, dog?
So the Germans. So combined, there was 1.2 million casualties combined.
Holy
You're right. So that's what I
shit.
remember from history, which is why I mentioned it. It was in the 100,000s to millions.
Dog, that's a
So
lot.
the British and its colonies lost up to 420,000 to 430,000. The French lost 200,000, and the Germans lost 230,000 up to 500,000.
Shit.
Killed, wounded, or missing in action.
Alright, well, let's get off of that depressing topic and let's get on to a far nicer topic. Tank designs. Tank designs, something everybody loves. The Wereaboos, the Nazi boos, the German boos, all of them, the Rushy boos. People who, want to say one tank is superior than every other tank. I think a lot of people, Aaron, I think we would agree, we had a talk about this. For the longest time, people thought the Tiger was the absolute greatest tank, most feared in World War II, and then for a while, people said it's not, and now people are starting to say it's good again. Well, we had a conversation, and we sat down and we actually looked at the fucking thing. The Tiger, compared to every other heavy tank, and this is where I'm going to put down my wording, and Aaron, you can correct me after this, but this is what I can remember from our conversation. The Tiger, amongst all heavy tanks built during World War II, is the greatest heavy tank, period. Flat out, full stop. The Tiger is the greatest heavy tank designed and put into production. It's got really good... it's actually, despite what everybody likes to meme about, it had a very good transmission. It had neutral steer. It had really good capability in the mud, unless the mud was allowed to cake up inside its road gears and then dry, and then that fucked it up. It actually had a better weight distribution than the T-34, allowing it to go over actually more bridges. Not that it was going over bridges anyway, but if a bridge was around, sometimes it could fit on it, unlike a T-34. And the gun was very good. It was a really good long-range tank. The biggest problem of why you see the majority of Tigers destroyed during World War II is a lot of people like to say they're deployed in small numbers. Sure, that kind of helps with the destruction of them, but it was actually the amount of tanks that would engage a Tiger when a Tiger would pop up. Usually, the majority of the time when a Tiger would engage a column of tanks, there'd be 5 to 10 tanks already there, which is where the misunderstanding of it took 5 Shermans to kill 1 Tiger. Honestly, one Sherman could kill a Tiger. It was very capable of it. A normal Sherman, not even a Firefly, could kill a Tiger head-on, given the right circumstances. What killed the Tiger was that the previously mentioned, there's 10 to 5 tanks there. You can only shoot so many before they're already shooting back at you. And the majority of the time, with an angled Tiger, it would bounce off and it wouldn't exactly pierce the armor. What was bad is that the internal stuff would shift around, bend, and break. And by the time the Shermans had fired off all their rounds, at least 10 or 12, the Tiger's tracks would be knocked out, the gun would be knocked out, or the ability to turn the gun would be knocked out. Which, in order to fix that, you gotta get out of the tank, majority of the time, and you're being fired at by an enemy. And it's a low Tiger most of the time, because they used them a lot like the Stug as an anti-tank gun, and it would be in ambush positions instead of being in tank columns the majority of the time, after, D-Day and all of that. So, the only thing you can do when your tank can no longer fire back, despite not actually being pierced and no one being killed, and the tank still being fixable, you have to abandon it. You're not just going to get out and start fixing it while being under fire. And that's the cold reality of the majority of the Tigers, so you have to scuttle it before you run from it. And that's the fate of most Tigers. The Tiger was actually a very good replacement, considering all things. Compared to the Panzer IV, not as good, but compared to every other heavy tank, an extremely good tank. It is about like how the Sherman was built. The Sherman was built around the idea of what they learned from the British and from the French and their experiences in World War II up to that point, and combined all those experiences into making one really good tank, and it was the Sherman, and it was extremely good at pretty much everything it needed to do. And it did all of it good. And that's the same thing with the Tiger. The Tiger was built under the same conditions based off of everything they saw with the Panzer III and the Panzer IV and the Panzer II, and they combined all that made them good into one tank. And that was the Tiger, and that's why it looks a lot like the Panzer IV. Where, I think Aaron would agree with this, where Germany screwed up with their tanks is the Panther forward. Anything built after the Panther and during the Panther was bad, the transmission was bad, and it's not a surprise that it's after Porsche is no longer building heavy tanks, that heavy tanks are bad. And I'm going to count the Panther as a heavy tank. I know it's a medium tank. It's basically a heavy tank. It's got heavy tank armor and a heavy tank gun. It's not built by Porsche. And Porsche knows how to make heavy tanks. They're really good at this. And the company, I can't remember the name, Aaron definitely remembers the name, that made the Panzers, made the Panther. But the Panther is wrong. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you continue. I've rambled too long, people.
Or I was also eating my, I'm still not done. I have 4 left.
15 minutes.
Oh yeah, I've been rambling for at least 10 minutes. I'm going to let these guys take over. Good lord, I'm so sorry.
All the shit you just said, I'm not trying to be mean, but like all the crap you just said, dog.
Too much.
I just lost it all
Absolutely.
right there.
We just lost our entire
Basically-
fan base.
Basically, the Tiger in its early stages was prone to track failures. And that's what it was in the beginning. But as it progressed further on into past 43 and onward, it started getting more and more reliable. So it was genuinely mechanically reliable. But the Panther was made by Krupp. It wasn't very well made.
It was rushed.
Uh, yeah, it was more rushed than anything. They used the Panzer IV transmission on it, and it was highly unreliable, broke down most of the time, but it was also good with armor. That was about the only good thing on it.
It's actually the armor that made the transmission bad, though. Again, the Panzer IV is is the most reliable tank that Germany made. Period. All variants of the Panzer IV are extremely good, transmission included, which is weird.
Since it was World War II, anyone was trying to make anything to defeat each other. So
Exactly.
England came out with the Churchill, Germans came out with the Tiger, blah 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 blah. Yeah. If you want to give me another historical event, I can tell you about that. Just give me an event.
Well, actually, before we go to the event, I think since we're on the tank subject, we should say what our favorite tanks are around the world. It doesn't matter. Could be modern tanks, could be World War II tanks, or it could be the fucking World War. It could be the Bob Simple. Oh Lord, best tank ever. We'll start with Tristan because I know he's definitely just bumfucked right now because he doesn't know a lot about history, from my understanding.
I know all about history, but not the shit y'all talking about.
Exactly. So tank-wise, between modern and old tanks first, which one would you think is the coolest, old or new?
I like newer tanks. Even though older tanks were armored well. No, just listen to this.
No, I know.
I know they were armored well and everything, but some tanks were rushed as fuck. And now we just have that technology that we can just remodify everything we want.
Exactly. I like new tanks. I have to agree with you. If today they brought out the Tiger in Germany, even if they modernized the fuck out of it, I'd be terrified.
Just think
Not
about
in the mindset of, oh God, we're gonna lose. I'd be terrified in the mindset of, oh God, Germany is going to die the moment a war starts.
Just also think about it. We also have the technology to make lasers, infrared sight, thermal sight. We can put that shit. I'm not trying to give no one ideas or nothing, but we can put that shit together and just make it fucking bump.
What's even crazier is that you can put that shit together with, like, civilian purchasable equipment.
Exactly, and it's very easy sometimes. You see, like, these little toys that be shooting, like, fucking water balloons out their ass. Put that shit on a BB gun. You can make a fake replica of a fucking 320 on a M4 M16.
Oh, why are you saying make a fake? You could turn it.
We
literally just saw a BB gun at that literally is to a T.
Yeah,
M4A1.
An exact weight too.
And I guarantee it's the exact weight too. It's real metal. It's got a real bolt and everything. I swear to God, there's got to be a kid out there somewhere.
It just has like an air cartridge. What is it called? Not carb.
It had a twin CO2 cart.
CO2 cart. All that shit. That's the only.
Dude, I guarantee you someone in the world has turned one of those into an unregistered firearm. It's so concerning.
Yeah, just think about this. You know, like Halo type shit?
Yeah.
Someone made a fucking Banshee in real life.
Oh, Lord. Well, get back onto the topic. What is your favorite modern tank?
Modern tank?
Yeah.
Howitzer.
Howitzer?
Howitzer.
Alright. I'm going to assume you wouldn't know the name of said howitzer, but I'm going to guess it's an American?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It's American.
Alright, Aaron, what is your favorite tank? Is it a new or an old tank?
Or a Panzer. Old.
It's an old tank. Oh, I just found out something scary.
What'd you find out?
The Tiger and the Abrams have about the same max range.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, mine's the
Tiger tank?
Yeah.
Alright.
How well it was used in the war.
Absolutely.
It was used more like stealth because it was more of a guerrilla fighting tank than an assault vehicle because they couldn't really do much with like columns like they did back in the early days because now they lost like complete air superiority over Europe, and so now they're using them like stealth. They came out, shot at the column, went back into hiding where they couldn't see him, shot at it again. Even though they were used in like small groups, it still dealt deadly blows to the Allied convoys.
Considering that it was being used incorrectly, because originally, we can agree, they had air superiority by the time the Tiger had came out. They hadn't fully lost it, but they were in the process of losing it. It was designed around the idea that it would be in a tank column with infantry and all that with it. Considering that the majority of times tigers would kill something by itself.
That's how it was used at the Battle of Kursk in Soviet Russia. And all
Exactly.
that. That's how it was used in Russia.
And that's where it excelled really well. And that's where you'll notice that the Russians didn't have a very good chance against that tank.
Now that you're
I'm gonna get off here real quick. I'm not leaving the call. I'm just getting something real quick.
Alright, well, I'm going to name off my favorite tank before you start, Tristan.
I got you.
My favorite tank is an old tank. And I'm going to startle some people with this, because most of the time people say the T-34, it's shit. I'm just going to flat out say that it's terrible. It's a good design, but it was not built in reality properly to the design. It was rushed. Completely rushed. And a lot of people either go Russia, Germany, or America. I'm going to be that one weirdo, and I'm going to say the L-33. The Italian L-33. You don't know what the L-33 is.
No.
Okay. The L-33 is the size of your bed. Height-wise.
Height-wise?
Yes.
The fuck?
Right here is
Okay.
where the height ends.
Oh.
And lengthwise, it's about 75% of your bed. It's got a 20mm cannon, and it's counted as a tank destroyer. Actually, the cannon is not a cannon; it's an anti-tank rifle.
Oh, okay. Alright.
It's Italian. I'm pretty sure it's quite the character.
Sounds like
It's
a fucking
either going to be the
Transformer.
L-33 or the M22, which is a miniature two-man crew Sherman with a 37mm, I think.
Okay.
Which is also the same size as this bed, but the full size of the bed, and as tall as this right here, instead of this.
Huh.
It's very. I know. I like small tanks. Don't call me short. It's definitely because I'm
It's
short.
not short
I know you
for you.
fuckers wouldn't fit.
It's not short for you. I think me and
Go
Richard
fuck
would
yourself.
like have to bend down and get in that shit. I wouldn't have to crunch up in there with them.
You're gonna get.
And with my size, I think Richard wouldn't even have a chance
You
to
all
get
should
moving.
see me putting this man in a Mustang. It's the best. I put him in the back seat.
Dog, this man put a 6'4" fucking long ass motherfucker in a
Multiple
back
at
seat.
the same time.
He put 3 people over about 6 foot in the back seat.
And the short
just
people in
to-
the front.
He put one short person in the front. Who was that short person that day?
I think it was Tommy.
Tommy, yeah, Tommy. He was fucking 5'4".
Oh yeah, if you guys are wondering, for reference, I drive a 2000 Mustang. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love torturing my friends. Every single one of my friends have at least one time been in the back seat. I had 3 6-foot people in that back seat.
No.
What's up, Aaron?
I don't think he's back yet.
I don't think
he's
he's
trying to
back.
get his mic on. Well, scrum
He's trying to grab my pee-pee. It's dysfunctional at the current moment. Well, I'm gonna say this. I believe that.
Nah, let's keep talking for a minute.
Oh, god damn it.
Fuck it, might as well make it long.
This is gonna probably not be episode 1. This will probably be episode 5. It'll be the most boring episode we've ever made.
See the light?
What was that?
I can do that. I can fix it.
Up back.
You want to get blast?
Yeah!
You get blasted if you don't do it, right? Is your first one, right? Yeah.
That's Aaron's friend.